Halo Infinite gives me a ton of options as a busy gamer, with its many side quests and mini missions to keep me satisfied when I only have minutes to play. But the addition of an open map in Halo Infinite has pitted my free roaming adventures as the Master Chief against the more purpose-driven story missions. It makes it feel like two Halo games slammed together and forces me to choose one at a time. While both the open world and story-driven missions are both excellent, they make my busy gamer brain go nuts deciding where to spend my playing sessions to get the most enjoyment out of the game. And as much as I love Halo Infinite's combat gameplay loop, this makes the open world truly its best and worst feature. Welcome back to No Time Gamer, the channel that is all about the busy gaming life. Halo Infinite did not disappoint when it first arrived in early December 2021. The opening cutscenes and the first two levels felt very much on par with what is to be expected with Halo. While none of it blew me away, it was a good comfort zone in the beginning, and I was happy to continue on. Then I got to clear the first forward operating base and everything changed. Zipping around the open environment and taking out grunts, brutes, and elites while the music pounded in the background had my heart racing and goosebumps raised on my skin. Something special was happening with Halo. And for the first few hours, Halo Infinite's open world design was giving me dopamine hit after dopamine hit. But when it came to diving into the next mission, my busy gamer brain went into conflict mode. Open world games usually have these little nuggets of gameplay splattered all over their maps that can be really appealing to busy gamers. Sometimes I can only play a game for a quick 10 to 15 minutes before life interrupts my gaming session. So these little mini missions, the likes of which Halo Infinite has many, feed my desire to accomplish something, anything in that 15-minute window. I can usually pick up a few Spartan cores, clear an FOB, and maybe take out a high-value target to unlock an enhanced weapon in that short time. Boxes checked and feelings of accomplishment enhanced. But while I'm checking off boxes, the story missions remain stagnant, which is where Halo typically shines brightest. Now, playing as the Master Chief has never felt better or more fluid than in Infinite, especially with the addition of the grapple shot. And the intelligent AI enemies and their mightily improved banter makes the encounters fun no matter what I'm doing. So I'm never in a hurry to get to anything in particular in the game because it's all equally enjoyable. But that's the problem. Story missions have been and will be the lifeblood of Halo games. They may be long corridors with smatterings of arena-style encounters and boss battles thrown in, but that is what I expect from Halo. But the endless sprinkling of easily completable mini-missions spread across the overworld has me hooked so hard that I actually get a little twinge of anxiety thinking about the longer time commitment of diving into curated story missions. I know the story missions will require more of my concentration, present new scenarios I haven't faced yet, and even throw in a boss fight that is sure to raise my blood pressure. And the thought of this makes me want to stay in the open world cleaning up grunts and getting those small doses of satisfaction. It's a really strange sensation that I wish I could shake. Why do I feel anxious over playing any part of a game that I enjoy? But this is my thought process as a time-strapped gamer. When I finally make myself dive headfirst into a new story beat, I enjoy it. Missions are fun and full of the usual nonsensical lore that makes the Halo universe so grand and confusing. But I also can't wait until each mission is over. Being busy changes the way I view extended linear story missions. No matter how fun they are, I'm always racing to the end. Longer missions can be a drag, especially if they are light on story. Now, Halo toes the line between combat and story pretty well, but I'm still anxious to finish the mission before something external to gaming ends my playtime. If I start a story mission today, it could be weeks before I get back to it. Between kids, job, being tired, wanting to watch a movie or show now and again, whatever, that story mission may be stuck in limbo. And when I finally get back, it could be right before a particularly challenging battle that could take multiple frustrating tries to get back up to speed with the game mechanics or into a flow state to have a chance of beating it. It can make jumping back into a game frustrating. But Halo never gave me these smaller low-hanging fruit to feast on before that made the story missions feel so daunting. Now, around the middle of Halo Infinite's campaign, the struggle between open world and story-based missions hits its biggest blending point. The campaign finally sets up the promise of multiple story objectives to tackle in any order, but this doesn't alleviate my issue much. I'm still constantly getting distracted by Spartan cores and Mjolnir armor finds while bouncing across the map, and the multiple objectives are spread out far enough that just staying focused on the objectives is actually kind of boring if you ignore everything in between. And even the curated combat scenarios that pop up between objectives can be skipped if you traverse around them or fly over them. I know this is the point of open world games, but it's not how Halo should be. The battles are everything in Halo, and making quality fights missable is not good, and it waters down the experience. This is where the duality between the open world and the story missions puts me at odds with myself as a gamer. Halo is not unique in this problem. Most open world games have this to balance out, but now this unique problem has come to the Halo franchise. As a busy gamer, I'm torn between my desire to finish these short consumable tasks to feel like I'm actually doing something in the game, and my want to see the story play out and discover the mysteries behind Zeta Halo, Cortana, and the weapon. And this dilemma has plagued our Halo-loving team here at NTG. Our editor, Andrew, played his first run on Legendary and completely skipped over everything that was not story-related. Derek and Marcus, our Halo purists, are so caught up in the completionism, trying to get all the overworld tasks done, and it's draining the life out of the story for them. And I'm stuck somewhere in the middle. It's a weird predicament that Halo has put us busy gamers in, and has changed how we all view Halo for both good and bad. This really has made Halo Infinite's open world be its best and worst part.